normally take on customer projects on stuff like this. This is an exception. This was a father and son that came in. They had a vision in mind, and well, I don't know where they went astray, but this was not it. They're in over their heads, and they asked us to give them some help. So I do admire the father and son taking it on, trying to do it themselves, but I gotta say there's some choices here. I admire the front air dam here. I don't know how many thousands of pounds of downforce you get off of this guy here, but I could probably hold my weight, bounce on it.
It's active.
It's active.
It's meant to flex.
And it is in a very nice color, House of Color Krylon white, as we call this. Textured for her pleasure. What else we got? Oh, we got the engine cold air intake. So much torque that the chassis twists coming off the line. That's what that cold air intake does. I don't know if you can see how bad the paint is, but this car was actually gray. You can see their masking jobs and stuff on this car. So the picture that they brought me was actually a two-door Accord that was just stanced with a nice lip on the front and a nice lip on the back and some rims. So what we're gonna do today is we are gonna just take the awesome body kit off. I might sell it to the guys that do the Fast and the Furious movies because it's pretty sweet. So we're gonna get the body kit off it, ship it off to the body shop, then we'll have the car back in a few weeks. We'll do another video on it. We are gonna put coilovers on it. I got a tool to measure the rims for the offset and everything. So we'll get it stanced aggressively, do some custom exhaust on it, and it'll be what they were actually trying to go after. But for today, we gotta get rid of this clown show. They just go right into the body.
Delicate here. Very delicate.
Careful, that's a Liberty Walk. That's a Liberty Walk fender flare.
I'm trying to.
There we go. Man, this is rated for 200 miles an hour right here. Wow. I'm at a loss for words. That's all right, 'cause this is gonna be cool when we're done. Do we need to go up further with it, Steve?
No, it's just, there's a lot of Phillips screws underneath. Like something you use to hold pieces of fence up.
Pieces of what?
Like pieces of a fence in your backyard or something, I don't know.
That's even harder.
They had the race mod on it, we didn't even know.
What?
What he did was, he left the fender liner loose, literally, right in front of that cold air intake to suck all that air in. Look at that thing.
That's some engineering right there.
It's got some paint on it, but that's okay, you know?
I bet this would take Jesse's Jetta off the line. Yeah.
This is not oh gosh, oh, he's switching up on me here.
What is there? Another Allen?
Oh, something even fancier. It's a smaller Allen here.
No, that's an Allen.
All right.
Oh, hey, that's pricey. Pricey there, don't lose that.
TEMU has a very hard return policy.
Every kid at that school sees like our wide body and stuff, and the wide body is what brought them over here. We wanted us to do that to it. But that's not really possible. Not for their budget. All right. Man.
Well, I think we're done. You can come and get it.
Steve, I found the wide body kit for the Bentley. Oh, man. This is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna put these on Marketplace. I'm gonna put it's gonna make up a name and it's gonna end with a Works, W-E-R-X. Like JDM Pentaworks, and put a price of like $6,000 on it just to see what kind of hate I get. I know what I got, no low ballers.
No low ballers.
Will not respond is still available.
It's a D-Touch 8480.
That's even more valuable. All right, well, that's all the fun we're having with this for today. I'm off to Disneyland. Steve's gonna work on Kit. See you guys next week.
All right, so today what I would like to do is some more fun wire. Specifically, what I want to do is I want to connect a battery to a vehicle connect the ground to the vehicles. Basically what I want to do is power up the fuse box. I want to make sure that when I turn the ignition switch that it actually sends power to the fuse box, which then goes to power up the PCM. It's going to be a temporary battery install with the PCM. I'm going to wire this in, check my grounds powers, and then see if I can get the car to talk to the OBD2 connector, or get the OBD2 connector to actually talk to the car's PCM. So let's see what happens. All right, so now I'm most concerned about is just not having any stray wires from my main engine harness touching anything. Maybe one wire here that I don't like. Gonna check to see if I have 5-volt return. Alright, I have my relay powering on. Alright, so power is getting to the fuse box and going to several of the sensors. What I need to do now is connect the OBD2 connector to power, a couple of grounds, and the signal wire from the PCM. I noticed that I don't have any communication coming out of the communication wire. This is something that you would normally want to use an oscilloscope for. It's the only way you're going to see communication. When if I connect to it and it's grounded, it lets me know it's not sending me anything. Then we'll go from there. Once this guy's communicating, I can go up to my little dongle, we can see it, and I can feel a lot better. Alright, so I'm going to keep working on this. It's sending me anything, Dan.
I don't know about you guys, but I cannot watch any more wiring videos or make any more wiring videos. So I'm just gonna cut it here. Thanks for sticking along. Next video, we're gonna do our TurboCast wheel restoration, and we're getting into some cool stuff. We should have the dash lit up, more interesting things than just wiring. For now, if you wanna see more wiring, go to Steve's OnlyFans page and watch it there. Thanks a lot.